ang una hindi samahan ng mga palpak at manhid.
Kailangan lang ang isang gobyernong nakatutok sa kapakanan ng taong bayan.
Gawin nating prioridad ang pag-ayos ng ating mga infrastruktura.
There is nothing that we can really grab to make this country peaceful. We will settle for a federal system.
Hi, I'm Pia Ontiveros. This is the third in our CNN Philippines Town Hall 2016 series. The 90-day campaign period for national positions has begun. 54 million voters will choose the next president, vice president, lawmakers, and local officials. For this, our third town hall, we are in the University of the Philippines Film Center here in Diliman, Quezon City. Thank you, UP Diliman, for hosting us. Our guests, Mayor Rodrigo Duterte and Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining us. Take your seat. Hi. Thank you. Mayor Duterte and Senator Cayetano, thank you so much for joining us. Can you give us your brief opening remarks po?
Yes, we are happy to share this moment with you, and we intend to answer questions that might get the response in your heart.
Thank you, sir. Senator Cayetano?
Thank you, CNN Philippines. It's really good to be back in the University of the Philippines. Sa mga manunood ngayong hapon, magandang hapon. Yung manunood ng replay, magandang umaga, magandang tanghali, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, Senator Cayetano. Thank you both for being here. Mayor Duterte and Senator Cayetano will face a combined live television and digital audience. Questions will also come from our students and some of their teachers who make up the live audience. And our CNN Philippines digital team will tell us what our social media audience is saying. Say hello to Paulo Del Rosario and Paulo Taruk. You can join the conversation on the digital space. Our official hashtag is TownHall2016. Let's begin. Mayor Duterte, in a forum with businessmen in Makati a few weeks ago, you promised to end crime, drugs, and corruption in 3 to 6 months. And you said if you don't, you would resign. So first, sir, please tell us, how are you going to go about this?
Well, the usual thing that I have known always as mayor of Davao City for 22 years, just enforce the law. And doon naman sa amin ay say, anong batas? Sundin mo lang yung batas. Ano yung regulation? Just follow regulations. And well, of course, there were violence on yung insurgency. Both the NPA, pati yung Muslims. But I intend to talk to them. They are not part, we are into a violent thing with them, but I intend to talk to them. They're not part of criminality and the drugs. Iba sila because itong tatlong ito, MIMN, pati Communist Party, are part what we would call be a nation building. That's why I have to talk to them.
Mayor Duterte, were you serious about that offer to resign, or is that, I mean, that's how sure you are that you can deliver?
Yes, that would be a figure of speech, actually, if you take it in the context of the way you can handle crime, criminality, and droga, and of course, corruption in government. You know, Pia, even if you give me, if I am into the presidency for 2-3 months, and if I cannot end corruption, drugs, and criminality, even if you give me 10 terms, I would be able to hack it. The pressure is not really to put as a show to the people. This is imposed very constrictive period, time frame, so that you will know that I have to act on it. And within months, you would feel the difference. I cannot create heaven, utopia for everybody here. Life is never fair. But I said I intend to stop drugs destroying our country and criminality. They have robbed the criminals, they have robbed us of all our freedom to move around, and even at night, it's not safe for our children. They have hijacked the entire streets of some places, but not all. This has to stop.
Mayor, can you be very specific when you say, earlier you said, we will enforce the law, as simple as that?
Yes.
No? Exactly how are you going to do that?
Well-
because, other than putting all the drug pushers in one ship and punching holes in the hull of that ship, what do you really have in mind?
I would, it would not be the president, my presidency, God willing, who will raise that level to a national security threat. In the past, President Arroyo also raised the level, and the policy is still there, that drugs is very dangerous, and we have to stop it. And she raised that threat to national security. I intend to use the military and the police. And I would tell them, you have been into school for police, that it's about for a basic 2 years. You know the law, the limits of the law, the boundaries of power. Go ahead and arrest them. And if they offer a violent resistance, kill them.
Senator Cayetano, can you assure us that if Mayor Duterte becomes president, that all his actions and methods will stand legal scrutiny?
First of all, Pia, we speak differently, kami ni Mayor. Iba style namin magsalita, pero pareho kami ng core values. We are men of principle. In the Bible, kung ano itanim mo, yun ang anihin mo. Ang gusto itanim ni Mayor, law and order. He cannot do that by doing things the illegal way.
We'll take a question first from our live audience.
This question is for Senator Cayetano. This is about the Bangsamoro Basic Law. Before, you were among the original authors of this law, and recently you withdraw your authorship because of the incident following in Masasapano, Maguindanao. So my question is, earlier you said that you speak differently, but you have the same principles or core values. So my question is, why did you team up with the presidential candidate whose views on the BBL is different from yours?
Biggest Muslim population na sa Taguig. Dati, grabe yung discrimination, hindi magkasundo. So when I signed BBL, just like all of you, we wanted peace in Mindanao. Nangyari yung Mama Sapano, I got all the intelligence reports and everything, and it ended up, kung ano yung sinasabi ni Mayor. Sabi ni Mayor, kung mapapasa BBL, good. Pero only federalism will bring peace to the whole Mindanao. And I said, okay ang BBL if you also give it to Region 9, 10, 11, 12, and Soc-Sargen, Caraga, and not just ARM. So actually, pareho kami ng stand. Peace in Mindanao, equality and equal opportunity, and federalism can give that. Sa BBL lang, may nuances lang talaga.
All right, we'll have to take a short break. This is the third in the CNN Philippines Town Hall series. Our guests, Mayor Duterte and Senator Cayetano, we're just warming up. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the CNN Philippines Town Hall series. We are coming to you from UP Diliman. Our guests, Mayor Duterte and Senator Cayetano. Our digital audience is as involved as our live audience here in this discussion. Paolo Del Rosario, what do you have for us?
Yes, we have a question for Mayor Duterte. Now, Pete Edick on Facebook wants to know, as one of the countries in Asia with an expensive electricity rate, are you willing to venture into nuclear power?
Yes, at this time. Kasi talagang hirap. So you have to choose which is more dangerous, nuclear power or itong fossil fuel. Coal and bunker fuel versus solar, wind, and nuclear power. I think that we would need it in the days to come, probably within the next 5 years.
Paolo, Taruk, questions?
We have a question from Lizzie SP on Twitter. What efforts would you do to help the world in climate change?
The best way to address climate change is to address yung problema ng hunger. Yung presyo, trabaho, kita. No? Why? Nasa marine resources, no? Sisirain yung mga corals, etc. How can you tell them, take care of the corals, kung ang ginagawa nila, kailangan nila kumain? How can you tell a city, wag kayo mag-coal, brown out sila araw-araw, walang trabaho doon, walang kumpanya. That's why Mayor Duterte and myself has the best platform, if I may say so, among the candidates now because it addresses both climate change and economics in 3 ways. Number 1, federalism. Sa 3 trillion budget, 1 trillion goes to Metro Manila alone. All other provinces napapabayaan. Through federalism, no, economics, homegrown province muna will come into play and we can take care of climate change better. No? Dual, no, discipline sa climate change, disiplinahin mo yung mga minahan, disiplinahin mo yung logging, disiplinahin mo yung emission ng carbon, but you give people livelihood. Secondly, kami lang po ata ang nagtutulak na ang mga government institutions natin like Land Bank and DBP na minimerge ngayon, fulfill their mandate of lending easier and making it simpler na mangutang ang agrarian reform communities at mga small businessmen. Ngayon, kahit saan kayo pumunta, lumabas kayo dito sa UP, dito within UP, no, 5-6, bundok at saka dagat. Pumunta ka, tanong mo saan galing ang kapital, 5-6. No? Third, it's really discipline. Among the candidates, no, if Grace Poe was here, Senator Grace Poe, Vice President Binay, and also Secretary Marlo Rojas was here, and Mayor Duterte. If the question was stopping logging, illegal logging, stopping the small scale and the destructive mining dun sa mga hindi sumusunod sa regulasyon, dun sa land use na napaka-productive sa agriculture sa ibang gagamitin, among the 4 candidates, pag sinabing stop it, kanino kayo makikinig? Grace is good but she's new. Ilan ang bago sa gobyerno na pinaikutan? SECMAR is good in some things but have they stopped it in the last 6 years? VP Binay, how can he stop it when yung bulsa ang inuuna kaso sa programa? No? But when Mayor Duterte says stop it, pati yung inosente natatakot. No? So, I think we cannot underrate the political will. No? Mayor, maraming hindi may alam sa inyo, Mayor is very shy. He's a presidential candidate so wala siyang choice kung hindi magsalita. But he will not say these things I'm saying, but go to Davao, they will say it for him. And in Davao, it's not fear, it's respect.
I add something. It's about power. Let's go back to, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. You invite people to invest. Malls, steel, they're starting it in Davao. Now, when you invite investors, you have to provide the power. Gusto mong pumasok sila kasi kailangan ko yung trabaho. What I need really, not so much about taxes, about work. But pag sabi nila, do you have the power? And that was, I was severely criticized for allowing the coal. Sabi ko, anong magawa ko? You want development? You want trabaho? I need, there's about 1,800,000 Filipinos in Davao City. I need to take care of them. I need to provide security. I need them to have the electricity. A simple term. No, I said, I want a progressive city, but I cannot deliver because there is no power. I said, this is shortfall. And if it's a rotation thing, it's very discouraging to investors and foreign companies to come in.
So,
wala akong maibigay. So, ganun. Unless we can improve.
kailangan na pong mag-break muna, pero pag-usapan sana natin yung connectivity, yung internet, kasi napakalaking, hindi ba, para sa mga estudyante, no? Gusto nyong galitin ang mga millennials, kayo, mga estudyante, bigyan nyo ng internet na mabagal na, mahal pa, at may data ka pa. Pero pag-usapan po natin yun pagbalik ng CNN Philippines Town Hall. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Town Hall 2016. Our guests, Mayor Duterte and Senator Cayetano, we're here at the UP Film Center. Pag-usapan lang po natin sandali dahil napaka-importante at napakahalaga para sa mga batang nandito ngayon at sa mga magulang katulad ko. Ang internet, mabagal na, mahal pa, tapos may data ka pa. Ano po ba ang plano ng isang President Duterte at Vice President Cayetano kung sakasakaling kayo po ay mahalal?
Patawag ko sila sa harapan ko. Tapos tanongin ko
Ako,
sila.
nakakatakot. Tapos, sir, sino yung sila?
Ha?
Sinong papatawag niyo? Yung
Yung
telco.
telecom companies.
O, tapos, anong
Tatanungin ko
sasabihin?
sila, ano bang problema ninyo?
Mayor?
Why can't you make it faster?
Oo.
I have
Dahil
an
sa totoo lang,
experience.
pag sinabi niyo, ano pong problema niyo? Nakakatakot ka agad.
Bakit ko sabihin ko?
Magkaka-epekto ka.
Ganit kasi yan, kung sabihin mo, ano ba problema niya? Ano ba ang diferensya sa... Then they would talk hours for us to justify the inexcusable.
Inexcusable.
Inexcusable for service. Kasi ang
Tsaka mahal,
experience
ha,
ko...
Mayor?
Ito,
Hindi na
nakikinig yan
mabagal.
sila. Smart pati Globe. No advertisement, but this is part of the story. When I completed, you must have seen my satellites and everything, yung 911 ko. Then, I wanted 911. Gusto kong pareho sa sine. Yung pag ano nila, 911, what's emergency?
Oo,
it's a
tapos
fire.
nandyan ka agad. Oo, okay.
Ayong ibigay nitong dalawang kasi you have to go to the highway of 0. Then you have to dial 0. They would give me 9, kasi may 911 na dito na ibinigay nila. Sabi ko, no. I want 911. Naintindihan ninyo yan? Tapos, Rudy...
Kung ako yung telco, matatakot talaga ako.
Si Rudy, I'm just telling you, si Rudy Salalima was my classmate sa law school. The vice president of, I don't know if he's still there. Siya ang pumunta. Sabi ko, Rod, mag-classmate tayo. Pero alam mo, kung hindi mo maibigay yung 911, gusto ko talaga 911. Sabi niya, because you have to reconfigure the computer. Sabi ko, Rod, ano kaya, pati yung smart, ano kaya kung pabagsakin ko yung tower ninyo sa bukid?
Hindi nga, sir. Sinabi niyo yun?
Nakikinig sila ngayon. You want your towers toppled, how much would you spend to rebuild it? Or to rehab? Sabi niya, malaki. Ay kung paputugin ko, tagdalawa kayo.
Sir, so,
sabi niya, okay, Mayor, we will just...
so that will be your solution? For
Yes.
faster, cheaper internet?
Yes.
Sir, ano pong telepono niyo?
Yung-
iPhone ba? Ano?
Hindi, yung pislit, yung...
Pisil-pisil.
Hindi ako marunong
Nokia or what kind of a phone?
Nokia.
Nokia. Okay.
Ano dyan, gusto
May laptop ba kayo?
Mahirap.
May tablet kayo? Wala.
Tablet na masira mo. Pagpindot mo, taglimang litrato mo. Rodrigo, pag ano mo pa lang, Dio na ang nakalabas. Ang bilis. Sabihin, dito lang. I've never learned the technique of just flicking it with your finger.
Critics are saying that you will keep the Commission on Human Rights very busy if you become president.
Yes. They're earning, they're getting paid to do that.
And
But-
you have also ordered someone will get killed.
No,
What-
I ordered shoot to kill.
Shoot to kill.
If-
Kapag lumaban,
Pagka lumaban,
Marilyn,
there is
okay.
a violent resistance and the law enforcer feels that he's about to lose his life.
he is obligated to...
No, I said self-preservation. Kill.
Okay.
What's
Senator-
wrong with killing? As long as it's justified. Yung kaibigan ko, she was the chairman of the human rights. And she was rambling about human rights violation. Bakit sabi ko, if you have the goods, dibanda mo ako. Ngayon, DOJ na siya, sige pa rin daldal. Mr. Duterte.
You're speaking of...
Like nagmimimik ako. Mr. Duterte, you were overheard one day that you threatened to kill a certain Alfredo Mendoza. And what's really terrible is that 3 days after, he
Mayor
was
Duterte,
found
meron pala kayong hidden talent.
with a gunshot on the head. What's happening here? Excuse me, Mr. Duterte? Me? Ambot.
In Davao, the mayor says, do what is right, I'll stand behind you. Because of that, he got the moniker, the Punisher, etc. But actually, he's just doing what the law says we should do. No? Sabi nila, pag si Mayor Duterte daw ang naging presidente, maraming patay. Correction. Binay, Rojas, Po or Duterte, maraming patay. Ang question lang, sinong gusto niyong patay? Kasi pag yung tatlo, maraming patay na ni-rape, maraming patay na kinidnap, maraming patay sa drugs. Pag si Mayor, maraming patay na kriminal. That's the reality. People don't like to hear the word bloody or patay.
Thank you, Senator Alan. Let's take a question from Associate Professor Erwin Alampay.
Ang tanong ko po ay sa peace and order pa rin, pero more specifically on children in conflict with the law. I'd like to know what your position is, especially with respect to the age question on CICL, and how do you keep the rights of the children protected with respect to it?
We are in a mess. But that's because of conflicting laws. Yan nga ang mahirap dyan, papugi-pugi. You know, we were good under the old revised penal code. Below 9, no criminal liability. 9, above 12, we determine if there is malice. Malice in the dimension of a child. Then we have 12 below 16. Maganda na yun. Kasi doon compulsory talaga ang correction. Dumating itong batas ni Pangilinan. Kilala ninyo yan siya? Paki-regards na lang. Kasi above 15, automatic, pagdating sa prisuhan, sa police station, they are released. If the parents or the barangay captain would demand the release of the child, there are thousands and thousands and millions of dysfunctional families here.
So you're saying that there are children who are used by criminal gangs?
Oh yeah, but no, poverty. So this guy, 14, 13, goes back and forth, committing crime, and then he's released, then commits a crime the following day. It's a usual thing. They commit crime 365 days a year. Now, they are released to the you jeopardize the life of the child. He becomes a criminal. He does not acquire the sense of accountability for his deeds. Yun ang nangyari dyan. At the end of the day, we do not protect the child because of convoluted laws.
You're watching CNN Philippines Town Hall 2016. Mayor Duterte and Senator Cayetano are our guests. We'll be right back. Welcome back to CNN Philippines Town Hall 2016. Davao City Mayor Rodrigo Duterte and Senator Alan Peter Cayetano are our guests. We are in UP Diliman. We have questions still from the digital audience. Paolo, Taruk?
Yes, Pia. People power is a popular topic on social media right now, given that we're a few days away from celebrating its 30th anniversary. So the question is addressed to both candidates. As the events of people power unfolded, where were you and what were you doing?
At the time,
Yes, sir.
I was a prosecutor of Davao City. And because my mother was one of the leaders of the Yellow Friday in Davao City, I was asked to join the local government as an OIC vice mayor. That's what happened.
I was first year high school. I was in EDSA with my dad who joined Fidel Ramos and Enrile for this. And I was just like you, now napakalayo na sa inyo ang EDSA DOS. No? But we who were there remember kung ano yung masama na gustong palitan at ano yung mabuti na gustong i-retain. But that's a problem with the revolution. After 10 years, 15 years, na yung mga magandang nagawa, nakatayo pa eh. Like Heart Center, Cultural Center. yung masamang nagawa, like human rights, stealing of money, di mo na makita. We should learn what we should not do and what we should do.
We're going to entertain a question from one of its students.
So my question is addressed to both candidates, since both of you have been quoted saying that there's nothing wrong with political dynasties. My question is, what can you say about the constitutional provision that explicitly states that we should ban the proliferation of political dynasties?
There's a lot of solutions to concentration of power by empowering NGOs, people, students. But per se, banning political dynasties, ilalagay lang ng politiko na madumi, yung kabit niya, yung anak niya sa labas, pinsan niya o hindi niya kilala, pero ikokorrupt pa rin nila. But you have a family that's clean. For example, my wife's mayor ng Taguig, she cleaned up Taguig. Si Inday Sara is one of the pinaka-straight na tao na kilala ko sa Pilipinas. And does it matter na tatay niya yung dating mayor? Pero, you look at Makati naman. Ang laking nagawa, pero laki din nung Hacienda Binay. Diba? So, I'm not saying dynasties are good. I'm just saying it's not the problem. The problem is the concentration of power. But when media is empowered, may social media kayo, and you can check the power of politicians, we can solve the problem.
Let's take a question now from Dean Jose Camacho, Jr. of the Graduate School, UP Los Baños. Sir, go ahead.
We know that the agricultural sector, yan ang isa sa mga importante o pinaka-importanting sector, the Philippines still being dominantly agricultural. In your administration, what do you think, anong mga agricultural development strategy to alleviate poverty and to improve productivity?
Provide the needs. Marami talaga walang pera. Nangungutang palagi. And one thing is that they have to pay for the irrigation water. It's about 5,000 a year. Bakit mo pabayarin ang Pilipino ng tubig? He plans to feed you, and you crucify him with water rates that are really very horrendous in the amount. It's 5,000. Alisin ko talaga yan. Then papasukin ko, I have to build more roads, yung farm to market. Dito you have consumed at least at this period, Manila, greater area, something like 64, 65 of the infrastructure dito. Sa probinsya wala. So dahan-dahan muna tayo. I'll build the structure so that we can come in, provide the fertilizer, and provide the seedlings, but you have to make a uniform setup.
Your question is answered by the best practices, di ba? As you teach in UPLB, I spent a SEM sa agricultural economics. You know, all the best practices meron sa atin, but walang political will to see it through. There are 3 things na agad gagawin ng Duterte-Cayetano tandem. One is ilipat ang Department of Agriculture sa Mindanao because the food basket is there at tinatanim lang naman sa Manila, bala. So you do not need the Department of Agriculture here. Number two, you use the technology and the research and technology to map out diba, what should be planted where, intercropping. Number 3, we will rationalize the use of money. You can give 62 billion sa 4Ps, which is good, no? But you cannot give 2 billion for irrigation. Ang sinisingil lang natin for irrigation nationwide is 2 billion. Hindi mo pa malibre yun, no? And 2/3 of all crops in the world come from 20% of all land in the world, which is irrigated. Ang problema sa atin, mahigit kalahati, hindi irrigated. Pag irrigated, walang farm-to-market road. Pag may farm-to-market road, walang truck ang farmer, so trader ang kumikita. So it's a chain, sir, as you teach in UPLB. And the mayor has the political will, and he's done that.
Magbabalik po ang Town Hall 2016. This is CNN Philippines. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Town Hall 2016. We have a question. Paolo?
Mayor, the man of the hour right now on social media is none other than Manny Pacquiao after his comments on LGBT and the fact that Nike dropped him as a sponsor. What is your take on the issue?
You know, yung ganitong same-sex marriage, I cannot answer it properly because it's the law now of the land. The civil code says it has to be a man and a woman. And that is the only thing that's really objectionable because that is the objection. That is the hindrance, the block. But I think that if the issue comes out again, we have to provide a law. Kasi if there is a marriage, there are rights to be considered, the conjugal property, what happens to the abducted, kasi hindi may mga anak. So what happens now to the adopted daughter or sons? And this has to be clear to us by law. Kaya kaming mga abogado, hindi kami magbukaga agad because may batas eh. The civil code says, babae pati lalaki. Ngayon, if somebody from, like money, we will always be called to explain our positions. Ako, I would respect his opinion. And I would just tell everybody, including the gay community, I may not agree by what you say, but I will defend the right to do it. That's Voltaire. That is democracy.
About yung 70% foreign ownership na sinasabi po ninyo, no? From 40-60 to 70%. The question is, how can you convince the country that this is the way to go?
If they are thinking of some people here that are going to sell lands of the Philippines, I'm sorry, I'm not ready for that. I can give
Not
you a
ownership
list.
of land.
No.
But foreign
That's all.
ownership, companies, corporations.
Companies of the
yes.
shares of stock.
Okay.
Wala tayong pera. Everybody else is getting rich. China. Pag pumasok yan dito, bilhin lahat. One day, the Filipino will stand or live on the land
On
that
foreign
is
soil.
not his. Mahirap
Okay.
yan.
Pero nabanggit po ninyo ang China, ang sabi po ninyo, you are for joint exploration
Yes.
with Beijing, no? Of
But that is on the
disputed water.
extreme.
Okay.
Because the present situation is that ang position ng Western powers, the ideology siding with the U.S. is that China does not want talks bilateral. Gusto ng Amerikano multilateral round table, to which China is objecting. Ngayon, the talks are still waters. It's not moving along because of that intransigence of one as against the other. So maghintay ako. But if I am into the presidency for 2 years, walang nangyayari, and China keeps on expanding, I have to talk to him. Look, you better stop it. You better stop it because that is ours.
We have a question from a student.
My question for Mr. Mayor Duterte. Do you think you objectify women? If yes, why do you do so?
Not ever.
The answer is no.
I have a mother, I have a daughter, I have a wife. Why would I do it? Wala man akong, nagsasabi mo lang ako ng totoo kung magsabi na may boyfriend, may girlfriend ka tatlo. It's not an object simply because I separated from my wife. And my present wife was out of the country working. So in the meantime, what kind of object do I want to sleep with? Hindi naman alang-alang pusa o ano. That caused me to really, that start generating the talks about thinking about a woman as a mere object. Of course not. But how do I explain it the other way? Basically kayo, lalaki man kayo pati ba? Sige daw. Let me hear one. I would say, how do you go about a relationship and telling it to the public? Totoo naman talaga. Nabakante ako ng 4 na taon. Anong gawain ko itong ko? Hindi ko naman ipagbili. I don't know if everybody is interested to buy it. So I have to, look, sometimes you always go for the socially correct. But at the end of the day, it boils down to biology.
Senator Allen has to say.
Now, si Mayor naman is very open about his personal life because he doesn't believe that you can, walang warranty kasi, walang exchange or return ang presidency. So, all throughout his political life, he tells people, eto ako. That's why nung tinanong ako, are you comfortable? Because I'm a conservative Christian. Sabi ko, well, I know the presidentiables and vice presidentiables. Sa akin, ang hindi lang ng bababae na presidentiable, si Grace po at si Miriam Defensor Santiago. Di ba? But the thing is, sa vice presidents, marami din. The thing is, hindi nila inaamin. Hinihintay nila na magkaroon ng expose, magka-picture, then they give a dahilan. So si Mayor, how does he say it in his own words that it's interesting? Does it offend some people? Yes, but that is not his intention.
Senator Alan, briefly, before we go to a break, you believe in marriage.
Yes,
You
kaya
believe
nga
in
my wife
relationships.
said,
You
it's-
believe in forever.
My wife said,
Yeah.
it's okay, yung ginagawa ni Mayor, wag mo lang gayahin. No? Kasi ang context ng wife ko is that, one, he's not married. Number two, he's not telling all of us to do what he's doing. He's saying, if you want me as president, this is
what I'm
me.
like.
Di ba? That's
Alright.
what he's saying. He's not
So
saying
Alan
that it's
is
for
really
everyone.
talking for me. Ang pinakasimpleng istorya talaga dyan, nahuli ako ng asawa ko, iniwan ako. Nung bumalik, pinailan ako ng annulment. Sa anong magawa ko? Isang
Okay.
beses lang ako nahuli. Yung iba nga, araw-araw. Wala pang...
Alright,
Iba
on
sa
that-
isang bahay pa.
On that note, we'll have to take a break. Town Hall will be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to the final stretch of Town Hall 2016. With us, Mayor Duterte and Senator Cayetano. Nabanggit na po, Metro Manila traffic dahil sabi nyo, uwi na lang daw kayo ng Davao dahil mas mabilis lumipad from Manila to Davao, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Faster than getting through the roads here.
Yeah.
So yun ang isang major problem at isang dapat na maging election issue. Ano po ang gagawin ninyo sa Metro Manila traffic, the gridlock on the roads, the lack of an efficient mass transit system?
You know, it's not only EDSA. It's everywhere. Simply stated, overloaded ang EDSA, but the entire Metro Manila is overloaded. There's no more space. Masking ano, you cannot flog a dead horse. It's really there. So what you can improve is a little bit of discipline and add more trains. Para ano, in the meantime, I cannot really promise you na I can solve this by ilang administrasyon na. For as long as we allow the entry, and I think there are about 350,000 cars sold throughout the Philippines. Davao City has a good number of it. They enter into the streets. Kaya yung color coding, baliwala, padagdag tuloy yan. Because yung may mga anak nila na marami ng, there's a rising middle class now, kaya nila bilhan yung mga anak nila. So plus 2, plus 3, plus 4 yan. Kasi kung 4, 5. That really compounds the problem itong color coding. The better practice is really to build in a jiffy, if you can make it, as fast as. Huwag mong ibigay dito sa mga kontraktor ng mga ulol. Ako magsabi, ako ang mamili. Oh, Sumitomo, Mitsubishi, General Electric, magkano? Parang Swiss Challenge. Mas magkano dyan, I preside. Basta multi-billion na
Kayo
I preside.
mismo, kayo na mismo.
Ako magtingin, oh. Ikaw, oh. Tapos panel of experts, oh. Ano ang pinakamabuti nito sa tatlo? O General Electric. O sige, bigay mo yan. Wala, bidding, tapos, ganito, dito tayo, balik tayo dito. I'll see you in the coming months when I bid out the railway.
Okay.
Harap-harapan tayo. Pati yung School of Engineering, you're invited to join. Anong pinakamagandang offer dito? Kaya bidding, sa sus Maria. Wala na, luto talaga yan. Sigurado. Kasi lahat may komisyon eh. Sabihin ko sa secretary, whatever, the OTC. Tapusin mo yan, I'll give you tang lang man. Tang lang sinabi ko. Tang.
No, sir, you said something
Mother
else.
of the tongue.
Okay.
Sabi ko, tapusin mo yan, or I'll give them only 1 month.
Okay.
Ano ba klase may computer ka na, nigas niyang tapos only 5 signatures.
O sige sir, nagagalit na kayo sa ganyan.
Wala,
Ito, isa pa, para magalit pa kayo lalo. Dagdagan pa natin ng signal number 3 na, nasaan kayo? Hindi na kayo pinapapasok.
Ako, it took me 7 years sa high school matapos. Every dark cloud there, kapo yan. Buko daw.
Sir, what are we going to do about flooding? Flooding in Metro Manila, major urban centers. What
Yes,
do we
that
do?
is why I said about the only thing that you'd allow that yung mga mega projects is really itong traffic dito, yung trains plus the... Kaya sabi ko, itong syudad na ito, wala na.
Okay.
Wala na. Sa kanal, esteros, wala eh. You have to go to another town.
Yeah.
You
Let's
build another town. So,
Let's ask Senator Allen to take these last two questions. Senator Allen, recently Mayor Duterte said that former President Gloria Arroyo could be released on bail. How can this be done? And are you saying, is your tandem saying that the case against Gloria Arroyo is weak?
Well, first of all, the mayor is here beside me, no? But let me speak by myself. No? Nung pumunta po si Mayor sa Bacoor, ang tanong sa kanya, if the evidence against Senator Revilla is weak, will you let him out on bail? You ask that to any lawyer, you takpan mo yung name, no? What does the Constitution says? The Constitution says, pag reclusion perpetua or heavier ang penalty, and the evidence is strong, no bail. So pag weak, may bail. So it doesn't matter if you put the name Alang Cayetano, Pia Ontiveros, or Bong Revilla. The same thing kay President Arroyo. Tinanong siya, what do you think about his case sa PCSO? You ask the anti-GMA forces that I'm associated with. In the first 3 years ng administration ni Aquino, we were saying, bakit yung malalakas na kaso laban kay Arroyo, fertilizer scam, yung pong Hello Garci, hindi nyo final? Kasi ang daming tatamaan na inyong allies, na congressman, governor, pati senador. Pero bakit yung mahina na kaso, kasi intelligence fund yun, no? And everyone knows the intelligence fund, may general categories at pag binuksan mo yon. So my interpretation is Mayor was just saying his opinion, but I've heard him several times say, it is the job of the ombudsman, it is job of the court. As president, hindi ako
Alright.
pwede makialam, pero justice. But he's here beside me, so he can,
Yeah.
But
Well, understood. Yes.
as a person who's for justice, wala akong conflict sa sinasabi ni Mayor because he's just reading it and saying it as you ask him the question.
If charges were to be brought against President Aquino, what would a Duterte Cayetano administration do?
Ang trabaho ng bawat administration is to prevent evil and to do good. Tanggalin mo ang corruption sa piskalya, sa ombudsman, sa korte para yung guilty masintensyahan at yung inosente mapakawalan. So walang personalan yan. Hindi mo dapat tignan na Marcos yan, Aquino yan, Arroyo yan. Ang titingin mo, guilty ba yan o inosente, and strengthen the institutions. Kung hindi, ubos ang buong administration mo, hinahabol mo mga kalaban mo. Kawawa tao.
All right, a question, live audience, go ahead, please.
Are you for the Freedom of Information Bill, and what can you do for its immediate passing and enforcement?
Here and now, I state I am for it. Total, wala kang maring makita. Maski buksan mo lahat ng bangko. Ang problema, yung Congress, because we need the law. Kung gusto mo, the only way to do it, if you want, is for me to declare a revolutionary government and order the opening of all. That's only because we cannot, the President, gusto ko. So, wala naman akong tatagawin, sige, buksan mo lahat. Ang problema, there must be a law.
Final words now, Senator Alan.
Sa
please.
FOI, no, it will work, and during my time, napasayan hanggang BICAM pero hindi na-ratify. Ang problema, kasama mo dyan, kasama dapat dyan yung Whistleblowers Act, kasama dyan yung strengthening the Witness Protection Act. Kasi kung yung yun lang kulang. But you ask all the candidates now, it's only Mayor that practices what he says, transparent sa lahat. You ask Grace po, ilabas lahat ng records niya, kailan siya nanumpa sa US flag, kailan siya nag-Pilipino ulit. You ask Secretary Rojas, ilabas ang listahan ng ng 4Ps. Yung mga pangalan para malaman kung ginagamit nila hindi. Ilabas niyo yung pondo ng BUB. Sinasabi not being used. Pero kausap namin ni Mayor ng mga mayor, kung doon daw sila rirelisan, kung hindi, hindi. You ask VP Binay, yung bank accounts niya o kahit yung kanyang mga bahay, hindi ilalabas. So it's easy to say that we are for the FOI. But to really do it, take a look at our track record. And that's what it's all about. Magandang hapon, maraming salamat sa CNN at sa lahat ng
Thank
mga
you, Senator
taga-UP.
Allen. Mayor Duterte.
Let me stand and it's sacred to me. I am Rodrigo Duterte. I love the Philippines simply because it is the land of my birth. It is the home of my people. Yan lang. Yan lang. Kaya ako may said, hindi kasi maraming ugok hindi maniwala eh. Kaya patay na lahat, tignan mo. Yung naniwala, buhay. Sabi ko, I will do it in 3 to 6 months. If I cannot hack it on the 4th month, I can never do it ever. Even if you give me 3 terms, 10 years. Kung hindi ko talaga kaya, hindi ko kaya. Kung walang maniwala sa iyo on the 4th month, you better think twice or apologize to the nation for promising something which is really well-nigh impossible to accomplish. But, sinasabi ko sa inyo, 3 to 6 months, we get rid of crime, criminality, corruption. Subukan niyo ako. 3 to 6 months. I am willing to put at stake my honor, my life, and the office itself. Tignan mo. Ayaw ninyo maniwala. Bakit ang Davao? Punta ka doon. Walang putukan, walang sigarilyo, limitado ang inom, ang speeds, walang patay na vehicular accident doon. Kasi ang speed doon, pinascribe ko yung speed sa punerarya.
Okay.
Para you realize that the danger of dying is the slow-mo there moving. That is all. Maraming salamat po. Pia, CNN, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Rodrigo Duterte and Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Thank you to our television, digital, and our live audience. And thank you, UP Diliman, for hosting us today. I'm Pia Ontiveros for CNN Philippines. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.